Today at the Boot Guy, we are looking at the L.L.Bean Katahdin Ironworks Leather Heritage Boot. Now, if you've been looking at these boots online and you're just really on the fence about picking up a pair of these because you want a pair of heritage boots, and you realize when you purchase something from L.L.Bean that they have a wonderful policy about getting you sized and fit into their products, well, that's an excellent reason to pick up your first pair of heritage boots from them. Now, first and foremost, what you got to know about this Katahdin, outside of it being beautiful, the leather's outstanding, the color's outstanding, we'll get to that. That this boot is built by, Chippewa. So when it comes to building boots, whether it's heritage boots like this, work boots, or just amazing loggers, Chippewa knows what they're doing. They build some beautiful, heavy-duty, well-made, well-engineered, classically built boots. Now the Katahdin is no different. When you look at this thing for the first time out of the box, you're going to be floored. The leather welt, the Vibram sole, the beautiful heel, and just the whole aesthetic of the boot. The color, this cordovan color is really outstanding. This is one of those colors that as you wear it and you get the stress lines in there, it's going to take on real characteristics and real patina. It's going to show through, mainly because it's a colored leather. It didn't start out this color. So underneath the cordovan color, there's another color that exists. And what that color is and what it turns out to be, that's for you to find out, because you're going to be breaking them in and you're going to be wearing them. Now aesthetically, what is super nice is the leather welt. Seeing that leather welt, looking down at it as you're walking around, you look down at your boots and you see that leather welt, it just really rings home that whole classic appeal that comes from boots like this. Now the other thing that's really nice is the Vibram sole and just the way they put it all together. Now to look at these, just holding them and all that, it's more like a piece of art. And of course it's Chippewa, and Chippewa does a really good job when it comes to classic styles. But when you start wearing them, you can see why they've held on to their lasts for so long, why they keep building boots in this manner, because they do a really good job at it. Okay, so when you open this thing up, the thing you're gonna notice is the rough leather on the inside with the beautiful soft leather heel cup. When you run your hand down to the front of the boot, you're going to feel a cotton vamp. Now all these characteristics inside are pretty standard when it comes to this style of boot. There's nothing that's standing out, there's nothing exceptional. But what they're doing that you don't get with a lot of this heritage stuff is you are getting a wonderful insole, a soft urethane insole. Now underneath there, it's just a hard footboard. It's the hard cardboard footboard with a leather chunk in the heel position. So running around without the insole in there, not advisable. And as this starts to break down and wear down, because with a boot that's this heavy duty and it's this hard, when I say hard, I don't mean that it's hard like a rock. I mean, it's a heavy duty hard boot. There's no cushion that's by nature in this thing. There's a little cork in the midsole, but there's no real cushion going on. It's not like a soft work boot. This is a boot that you break in and shape to your foot. And having that hard cardboard footboard is going to make it a lot easier. Laces and eyelets. The lace they send along is a beautiful round waxed lace. And this lace, as long as you're not bumping it against sharp metal all the time, it's going to probably last you forever. This is a wonderful chunk of wax cotton. This is a beautiful lace. The nickel eyelids mixed with the wax lace, the leather welt, and just everything that's going on with this cordovan color, all of it plays together very nice and is a very aesthetically pleasing boot. Now about size and fit and picking up a pair of these, well, like I said, it's L.L.Bean, and the reason why you're probably buying these from them is because they're going to be able to get you sized up properly. Even if you're ordering them online, you're going back and forth. All of that's free. The shipping back and forth is free till you find the right pair. Now personally, I would always start with my size based on all the other boots that I own and start there. The one thing I did find about these is I found that 11.5 fit better. It's a nice tighter fit with a very thin wool hiking sock. The boot in 11.5 felt great. But once I added in a proper sock, a supportive sock, something that's got cushion heel and toe, I had to go back to a 12, so I just went back to my regular size. Now, if you're gonna make this your summertime boot, you might wanna think about going down a half size because you're gonna wear summer socks. You're not gonna wear heavy socks. And when it comes to wearing these boots, the one thing you want to avoid at all costs is running around in cotton socks. This type of leather, this type of coloring and process to the leather and that footboard, what you want is you want to be able to have a wool sock on or a polypropylene sock or something that's made from a polymer or a real natural fiber that's not cotton. Cotton socks do nothing but hold moisture, and when you have a wet, swampy foot inside a boot like this, what you're basically going to do is you're going to cause it to be extra wet and extra pliable. So you might end up stretching it in ways you don't want to stretch this boot just by wearing a crappy cotton sock. So be conscious about the socks inside these boots. So that's the Katahdin Ironworks from L.L.Bean, built by Chippewa. If you're currently wearing a pair of these L.L.Bean Katahdins, whether it's the rough leather or the smooth cordovan leather, please comment below. Let guys know what you think about the break-in period on this model of boot. Also, if you have a pair of these or the other ones, could you please comment below and let guys know what you've been doing to keep them clean? And have you replaced your insole yet? Or are you wearing them without the insole? Please comment below. If you're interested in seeing some detailed photos I did from a photo shoot for this boot that you probably won't see anywhere else on the web outside of my blog or my Instagram, swing by thebootguy.com. I'll have those photos waiting for you. You will see details in this boot that you will see nowhere else unless you're holding a pair. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. It really helps out. And if you're on Instagram or Twitter, follow me there all week long. I get beautiful, interesting boots. I take some photos of them and I put them out there for us to talk about. Hey, if you're about to pick up a pair of these and you just want to have an idea on where to start buying them, feel free to shoot me over an email. Let's talk about what boots you've owned, the sizes, and just come to a conclusion on what's the right size for you to start with. All right, until the next time, I'm the Boot Guy. Thanks a lot for watching.